Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's the world according to Woot. It's the world according to Woot. According to Woot. Good evening, Simi Valley.
Oh. Hi, guys.
I think you did
I'll
that
get
last
it.
week.
I'll
too.
get it. I'll get it.
How you doing, guys? Welcome to WAW, the show where important topics of the day are largely ignored.
And foolishness reigns supreme. You gave me back that line. You gave me back that line. I was waiting for you to let me have that line. Anywhere, it's where important topics of the day are largely ignored, and there are a lot of important topics of the day,
Yeah, we never talk about
and
one
we
of
ignore
do we?
them.
But we are here to ask the eternal question:
What's happening?
So, what
Yeah.
is happening?
So we have people joining us. Hey guys. Hey Betty, Manny, Claire,
Hey, guys.
everyone. Thank you
Thanks
so much for
clicking on.
joining us. We have a special show tonight. We have Jerry and Steve from Wanted, the ultimate tribute to Bon Jovi, and we have played with them several times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have actually wanted, no pun intended, to have them on for quite some time now. So.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Anitra. What's been going on?
Well, I mean, you're about to turn 60.
Not quite there yet.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Not quite
Close
there
enough, mister. I'm in my very low 50s. I mean, really low.
No, you're actually about mid 50s.
No, I'm not.
You're getting there.
No, I'm
yeah.
not.
Yeah, you are. You're
Mid-
like 1 year away.
Mid is like 55, 56.
Yeah.
I am 53,
Well, in May you're going to be 54. So,
but I'm 53
you're
now.
right behind me there.
All right. All right. Anyway, everybody,
Okay.
the
Cheryl,
60-year-old. Hello,
Hey, what?
Manny, Claire.
Don't be referring
Cheryl.
to me like that.
Well, I mean, you are. I think you should embrace it. I'm not going to embrace it for another 7 years.
No,
But,
but I'll be reminding you that it's right around
Yeah,
the corner as
yeah.
much as I possibly
well, I'll
can.
keep you young, honey.
Okay, whatever. Hey guys, nice to have you with us. We wanted to talk about
He's
our.
just being a hater.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, no, I feel like you are.
We need to mention
A
our
little bit.
sponsor.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay.
So,
All right.
If you have any car or automobile issues,
That's right.
remember to go see Cal.
Yeah.
See Calvin Ellis.
Calvin's Auto Repair. I want to say Auto Works so
Yeah.
many times, but it's Calvin's Auto Repair. And if you go to Calvin's Auto Repair at 501 East Glen Oaks Boulevard, hold on, let me get rid of our little address blocker here. Give me a minute. 501 East Glen Oaks Boulevard in Glendale, California, 818-240-2727. If you go to Calvin's Auto Repair in Glendale, California, he will give you 10% off if you just simply mention WAW. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a little slow on the draw
Yeah.
today, guys. I'm sorry. about that.
WAW. And Calvin is our mechanic, and we love him.
Yes, he's
Yes.
great. In fact, I think his wife just had a birthday a couple of days ago.
2 days ago.
Yes, so
Yep.
happy birthday,
Happy
Chiefs.
birthday, Twos.
We're hoping that you had a good day. I know it was raining. We were having a pajama day at the
No,
moment.
Jim and I love the rain because it just means we don't have to get dressed to go anywhere. That's what rain means to us. It just means we don't have to go anywhere.
That's right.
We love that. That's what we have equated to the rain.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
it rains, we just
Yeah.
figured,
We
life-
look at each other and we're like, pajama day? We're like, yeah, pajama day. Well, let's do it. Because in California, and it was hilarious because my family is from Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah, that's
where
right.
it rains every single day. They do things in the rain. I was telling my sister Dana,
Mm-hmm.
they actually had people being interviewed on the news
Really?
about how they felt about the rain here in California.
Yeah, we
and
don't
she
get-
was like, that is disgusting.
I know. What is it? It rains like 3/4 of the time
It
up
does.
there, I think.
But if it rains here, it's newsworthy, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey, by the way, wanted to mention one other thing
All right.
tonight.
Here's Jim's commercial.
So instead of drinking my regular water, I've actually got, it's called Hydration Multiplier. Now, what this does, guys, this is a 16-ounce glass of water. Just put 1 packet of this stuff.
Show your stuff.
Yeah, this is,
Yep.
you can get it at Costco, and you can get it on Amazon.
Yep.
So what you do is you put one little packet in there, and what it hydrates you the equivalent of having 3 glasses of water. So it's very cool if you're all about staying hydrated, and I do that religiously since January of last year, because I realized it has so many health benefits and it's great for your singing voice. So if you're interested in that, there it is, Hydration Multiplier.
So he swears by this. And,
Yes.
and he tells me, what do you tell me? Like putting one of these
Yeah.
in your water.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't had gout one time over the last year and 3
Gout
months.
is an old man thing, though.
Yeah, it is. But I was having it regularly.
Yeah.
Started drinking 14 to 18 glasses of water a day. Don't have that anymore. So it's a
So
good
you're
thing.
drinking. So when you fill your hydration multiplier in with one of these, how many glasses of water are
it's
you?
like having 3 of these.
Okay.
3
All right.
glasses
All right.
of water.
Well, water is the healer, and the more you drink, your body functions off of water. I drink a lot of water. You drink a lot of water, and now you drink a lot of water. Just so, do you find that you're? Sorry, I don't know. Do you find that you're peeing a lot more? Are you?
Is that really the topic of
No, I'm just
conversation you
wondering. The
wanna
more water you
sit
put
around?
in, the more you're gonna.
Yes,
more you're gonna
I do quite a bit, but that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
you?
I am. Absolutely.
You are.
You haven't noticed?
No,
You're
I don't
in the
keep
house
track
with
of
me all
your
day
pee
today,
habits. So no, I don't. I don't.
Okay, let's get on to some music here, guys. So Led Zeppelin again. Next show is April 8th. We're going to be playing at the Bourbon Room in Hollywood. I believe it's a brand new venue for us, but it looks really nice. Our friends Which One's Pink just played
It looks
there.
beautiful. Yeah, it looks beautiful.
So we're looking forward to that. And there's Gold Star tickets, half off Gold Star tickets for that show. That's Friday, April 8th at the Bourbon Room in Hollywood or Los Angeles, California. And then the very next night, we're going back over to the Canyon Club in Montclair.
Yeah.
Haven't been there in a while, so
Gina
that's going to
says
be a lot of fun.
gluten is bad for gout.
Gluten?
Gluten. Do
Oh,
you do
wow.
gluten? Bread.
Well, I do eat bread,
You
so.
do. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Gina, every time I used to eat red meat, the next day I would invariably get gout. Now I can eat red meat anytime I
Yeah,
want.
because you flush it out.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. You
Flush
have
out the uric
and
acid.
musicians singers, especially singers.
Oh, yeah.
Singers should do a whole lot of water. Water, I mean, it's the simplest thing in the world,
Yeah.
but water is the best thing for you. Your body is made of over 60% water.
That's
so
right.
water is a healer.
Well,
so we
yeah,
need to do
I
that, guys.
had
We
never
need to do
done that. I had been dehydrated for
Yeah.
years, and my voice was always unpredictable. Sometimes I'd wake up and it would feel great. The other times I'd wake up and it was terrible.
Yeah.
So started drinking 14
Water.
to 18
Lot of water.
glasses, and now I feel that it's pretty consistent day after day.
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, so we got 2 shows, April 8th, April 9th.
Is that Zepp again?
Yes, Led
Okay.
Zeppelin again
All
at
right.
the Bourbon Room
All right.
on the 8th. Then Led Zeppelin again at Canyon and Montclair on the 9th. If
We
you're
love our
out in
Montclair. My
What's that?
favorite times of Montclair was in the parking lot. I have to say, I didn't hate that. I thought that was pretty cool.
You like the parking lot
Well,
shows?
I like the parking lot shows. I thought those were pretty neat. I mean, that was obviously during COVID, but that
Yeah.
was
But
that
you
was
felt,
a fun time.
You felt kind of disconnected
Yeah.
from the audience, so that's the
Did
only
you?
thing. Yeah, you
We
did
didn't feel
actually.
disconnected from you. You might have felt disconnected
Yeah.
from
Well,
us.
most people
Yeah.
were sitting in their cars during the show. So.
Well, I wasn't, but I'm the rebel. so.
Yeah, you are. You want to tell everybody about your tumblers?
All right, you guys. If you would like a custom-made tumbler from the Blondie collection, please hit me up. I will make you anything. I have a lot of Mother's Day orders coming in. If you want to go to www.theblondiecollection.com, I can just about do anything at this point. I have been doing it for well over 2 years. I have challenged every challenge of everything.
You mean accepted every challenge?
No, I have challenged it. Believe me.
Challenged it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's been, I have taken a tumbler, almost had it completely done, and had the last step mess up and had to sand it down to the bare bones.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and do it again. Because I'm not going to send out a tumbler.
It's a lot
I'm
of
not
work.
going to send out an item that
Mhm.
I'm not happy with. So,
Yeah, that's true.
so you guys, thank you again. I have 14 orders in the queue.
Mhm.
I'm still doing it. It started as a hobby.
Yeah, and I serve as her quality control, so if it's not up to
Yeah.
snuff, I'll
I do. I
I'll send her back
every
to the
tumbler, you guys, every tumbler I do, I walk into Jim and I say, "How is this?" And he's like, "I don't know. The ends are a little rough." So I go and sand it out and
Yeah.
get it done. And
I'm
yeah,
thinking about you guys.
yeah. Thank you so much. So it has been super fun. So again, www.theblondiecollection.com. Hit me up, order a tumbler. It's about a 2-week turnaround. We still have time for Mother's Day, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So order your specialized tumbler, double-walled, steel, 6 hours hot, 24 cold. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, why
right.
don't we
Well, what do you want to talk
let's
Anything else?
I think maybe we should
You're about to turn 60.
I don't want to
Oh,
talk
did I
about
say that? I feel like I might have said that again. Sorry.
Guys, if after we show this promo video and you don't see her here,
Yeah.
You'll pretty much know what happened. Right?
You obviously don't know me very well. All right, guys. We're so happy to be with you. John Deers, we're happy to see you.
Hey, John.
Rick Williams, Deborah Wagner, Claire.
Hey, Rick.
Claire. All right, so we're gonna bring our guests on.
Hi,
we
Bill.
have Steve
Deborah.
and Jerry from Wanted.
Yes,
But we
yes.
have a fun little promo
Wait,
video that
wait.
we're gonna show.
I got to show you a picture of the last show at the Gas Lamp,
Okay.
right? So
Are you showing it on your phone?
I am.
I don't think people are gonna see it.
They won't see it?
No.
Let me see.
All right.
Let me see if they will.
You
Can you
see
see
it?
that? Wait a minute.
You got to pull it up closer.
Okay. That's wait.
Oh, Rick
Wait,
Williams.
that's Rick Williams.
Rick Williams brought Jim donuts.
Brought me.
If you want to speak Jim Wooten language, bring him donuts.
That's
what
brought me a full box of donuts. Rick, those things are gone. It's been breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch,
Not for
dinner.
me.
They
Not
were
for me.
absolutely fantastic, Rick. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. In fact, I had it for dinner that night,
Oh,
right?
it was ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah, you were hiding.
Eating them on the way
you were
home.
hiding in the bathroom.
I
trying
couldn't
to eat
control
donuts.
myself.
All right. Well, we're gonna play a promo video. Welcome our guests, and then we'll see you in a second.
Okay, roll the tape.
Somebody make some noise out here, come on! We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. It's my life, and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live when I'm alive. It's mine. Light up!
Welcome.
And here they are.
Welcome.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, you guys, Steve and Jerry. Now, did you guys, we don't see your names. Did you put your names in on the welcome screen? You did. All right.
I did. I see mine on my screen here.
Do you?
Oh, that's
Okay.
weird.
All right. All right.
Muted. Steve's
Well,
muted.
we got Jerry up in the top
Muted.
right-hand corner. We got Steve balancing out the whole room.
Thanks for being with us, guys. So,
Pleasure.
you can just think of me as being Conan, and this is
Oh, there you guys are. I
Triumph,
see
the
it.
insult.
Yeah. Are you calling me a dog?
No,
Okay.
that was
Keed.
you guys know what I'm talking about with that, right?
One of Triumph's funniest bit was about Bon Jovi. When he went
Right?
to a Bon Jovi concert. Oh my God, I almost peed my pants laughing.
It's his favorite. He watches it over and over and over.
Oh man, we've seen that so many times. It's
I have my own insult dog, but he's not my thing.
Bring a dog.
He always wants to play whenever I'm trying to do something.
Oh,
You got a
how
little
sweet.
cigar you can put in his mouth, Jerry?
Yeah.
Don't
All
get me
right,
started.
Steve, you got a dog? Do you got a dog?
Hey,
Bring on.
No, just guitar players behind me. Jimmy, Prince, Ritchie.
I think Jerry might have.
Old Ritchie. Jim, you're doing it all wrong. You're drinking way too much water. The key. I'm not a professional singer, but
Yeah.
I sometimes play one, right, with Jerry. But the key to singing is root beer floats, in my personal opinion. Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
you love root beer.
I love root
He
beer.
loves root
I can add on to that, Jim, because I got my hydrator at Costco as well, but it doesn't look the same as yours. Mine
Oh,
But it
neither
hydrates just as well. It hydrates just as well.
That's great. Oh,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
And we're off. Yeah.
So welcome,
Well,
you guys.
yeah,
so
welcome.
so I feel like we're back in the swing of things. We're doing it again. We're playing. I mean,
Playing.
2020 we came to a screeching halt. Jim and I didn't hate it for the first 3 months. We caught up on all our Netflix.
Yeah, but then those bills kept coming
Yeah,
in, and it's
the
like,
only thing, the only
Terrible.
concern us was no income. That was a little concerning, but
Terrible. We went from about 70 to 90 shows a year to nothing. So I can't imagine what you went to
Oh,
with all of your bands.
pretty insane. It
it
was
was
pretty
nuts.
insane.
I'll tell you.
It was
Steve,
pretty
Good to be back, though. Good to be
We're
back.
back in the groove,
Yes.
right? You guys
Yeah,
are
yeah.
playing. You're busy. You're booked again. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I think that the sign that things are better and coming back is it's not only shows are happening again, but shows are busy again, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
true.
that's right.
True.
That's the bigger telltale, right? That people are coming.
Yeah, they're ready for some music.
People aren't as apprehensive to go out to the shows, which is really a great
Yeah,
thing.
that's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
So let's.
I don't know about you guys, but over the last month or so, we've gotten like just our inquiries for shows and bookings went from like here to here. Like it just like so it's like something just turned on lately. That
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
even when things were open, but there still wasn't a whole lot going on. Now
Sure.
there's like stuff's going on.
Yeah. It's definitely picked up quite a bit just over the last few
Couple
months.
months, yeah.
So that's great.
Yep.
That's great. So let's get some background on you guys. First of all, where were each of you born? Jerry, where were you born?
Um,
I did the wrong person.
right. Yeah, I was born in Toronto and lived there until I was around 19. And then I moved down to the States.
Exciting in Toronto while you're there?
What's that?
No. Did you do anything exciting in Toronto while you're there? Nothing.
Lots of hockey and poutine, man.
Hockey. That's the answer I needed.
How about you, Steve?
I was actually born in Athens, Greece, and moved here at 6 months old, around 6 months old. I don't remember any of it, but
Well, and
Wow.
now do either of you have parents who are in the musical industry that taught you music, or was it something you just felt in your bones and needed to do?
No, neither of my parents were.
yeah, same. I
Wow.
didn't get. I was into music a little bit, but nothing. Obviously listened to music as a kid, but when I saw Ritchie Sambora with the double neck guitar for the "Wanted Dead or Alive" video, I was like, "That's what I want to do."
That's what you want to do.
And
Literally.
talking about being older, I had the VCR that I'd rewind and watch because it'd show his hands up close.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
And I would slow it down and go, okay, he's doing this and this. I still don't have it right, but now that there's VCRs are gone, it's a little bit easier with YouTube. But
Yeah. Now we've got 12-year-old kids that are doing tutorials.
shredders, yeah, it's ridiculous.
So-
There's no way of catching up.
Right.
So, Jerry, since you didn't come from a musical background, how did your parents feel about you entering the music world?
I didn't start music until later. Like a good Canadian boy, I was all about hockey when I was younger, and so the music didn't come into play till I was around 15. And my parents were really supportive of it. Yeah, I mean, they just they just were more concerned about me being happy and doing what I wanted to do. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
So about 15 is when you started to realize you wanted to become a singer.
Nope. I started on drums. I was a drummer until my first touring band. And then I realized while everyone else was going out and meeting girls, I was still tearing down my drums. And I said, you know what? I think I want to be a singer. And I mean, I was playing drums and singing at the same time. I mean, as far as because he said with Steve, Ritchie was what got him into music. With me, it was Canadian bands. I was a big Triumph fan and a Kim Mitchell, Max Webster fan. So Gilmore was, Triumph was a 3-piece and he was singing and playing drums at the same time. That was my first influence. So that was who I kind of drove towards at first.
Okay. And how about you, Steve? When did you decide you wanted to enter the music industry?
Yeah,
Well,
I was 14. I was about 14 years old.
Yeah.
That's
Talked
when
to
you
my
started.
parents. Yeah, I said, hey, I want to play guitar. And I got the worst looking guitar. It was so just like metal. It was like an Explorer meets, I don't know what. The fact that my parents let me buy this thing, the fact that the music store owner let me purchase this thing was.
You're never going to get pushback from the music store.
No, they were like, no, we'll get this. Go ahead, take it.
They're going to buy clothes and they ask you, how does this look on me? Oh, it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah, terrible.
That's great. Oh, hey, by the way, now you said you're from Greece, Steve. Can you pronounce your last name? Because I told Brenda, give us the correct
I
pronunciation.
feel like I might have done a good job at it.
No,
I'll give you a hint. The G sounds like a J. If that's any help.
Frangadakis.
Frangadakis. Yeah, that's it.
Frangadakis.
Wow. Okay.
The guitar
I tried
player,
to pronounce the G like a G.
the guitar player in Led Zeppelin is great.
Great.
Anthony Thymiakos.
We have terrible last names. There's just no way around it.
Very complicated.
It's unique. It's unique,
Yeah.
but it's terrible. If I had $1 for every time I had to go back and go F-R-A-N. Okay, I'm good. Like seriously, I still do that all the time.
Well, okay, so you guys both started about mid-teens in music. What was the first band each of you played in? Steve, what was your first group?
I was in a very unsuccessful high school band. I think I was a junior in high school, and it was called Kid Wicked. If there's any 80s trivia out there, there's a famous singer named Sebastian Bach from Skid Row who had a band. His first band was Kid Wicked. So we thought nobody's ever going to know if we use this name. So we used it, and you know, like everyone else did a demo, and it was terrible.
So you work with
But it's
Sebastian.
fun. But it was the most fun I've ever had. Like, you know,
Well,
you're just
yeah.
hanging with friends, and you're writing, and you're working on arrangements and not knowing what you're doing. And we're all stealing from everyone that is our influences, right? So it's like, hey, this part's going to sound like Bon Jovi, and this part's going to sound like Def Leppard, and this one's a little bit Fleetwood Mac. And then, you know, it's like, it was terrible, but we tried.
So I have to tell you, I work with Katie Darrell on Access TV, and I met Sebastian Bach. And I'm telling you, when I went down to the driveway to get him out of his car. He gets out of the car. That guy's huge.
Yeah.
Tall and lanky.
The car. He
Yeah.
got out. He was like, I think he's like 6'2" or 6'3". But
Wait,
Sebastian,
I'm 6'4", and you never say I'm tall.
yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Anyway, so I
He was wearing heels, though. In all fairness,
he's
not
a nice
Sebastian. Jim was wearing heels. No,
I love him. He was like maybe
Yeah.
6'4". You're 6'2".
I'm 6'4".
Okay.
She doesn't even.
Sorry.
How long have we been married? Do
Like
I know you?
27
No.
years.
All right, Jerry. How about
Anyway,
your
he's a
first
good
group?
guy. So you worked with him in the early
Yes.
days.
No.
no. We stole his band name.
Oh,
We
you
stole
stole his band?
Yeah, and we just thought that nobody would ever know. And
I won't say anything.
Remember
Yeah.
we were talking about hearing issues.
Yeah,
there,
sorry.
Steve?
listen, there's nothing going on here. It's all here. It's all here.
Okay. So Jerry, what was the first group that you've ever played in?
I can't even remember the name of the band. What I do remember is we were a 3-piece, and we're writing original music, and the band broke up because the guitar player got accepted into law school, medical school to be a doctor, and he almost didn't go, and I'm sure his parents would have just loved that. I'm sure.
You were playing drums at that point.
I was playing drums and a little bit of singing, but I don't think I was doing much singing at that point. And it's funny. I'm going to jump over to Steve's thing because my first touring band, we were in North Bay, Ontario, and we had a night off, and we went to this club in North Bay, and they said, you got to go see this band. They're really incredible, and they've got this young kid singer, and he's amazing, and he's got hair up to here, and it was a band called Kid Wicked. It was Sebastian. So that's very odd that you'd say that story. But
Hilarious.
it was funny because he came out, and the first song they played was Man on Silver Mountain by Dio.
Oh, I love it. This is one of my favorite songs.
Of course, he nailed it. And
Yeah.
Everyone's like, who is this kid? And he was 15 years old at the time. I don't think he had to get a permit to play in the club because he was in a band with underage. And I swear to you, like, think about how long his hair is, but it was completely straight out. And I bet if you go Google Sebastian Bach and Kid Wicked, you'd probably find pictures of it. And it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
He was the hairband kid in Play, is what I saw that
Right?
photo.
There you go.
Now, did either of you ever have extremely long hair?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, you still kind of do.
Yeah, it's
Sure.
not long hair,
Yeah.
but extremely
I
long.
had my hair down to here.
Wow. Okay.
Like,
Do mullets count? Mullets don't count, do they? They don't
Oh,
count.
sure. Yeah, it's long in the back.
Yeah, it's trying to.
I had a mullet when I met him.
I did.
1994.
Yeah, not my
party
Love
in the
it.
back.
not my proudest moment.
Actually, when I told him he had a mullet, he didn't even know.
I didn't even know what that
You
was.
didn't know what it
I'm like,
was.
a what? Mullet? What are you talking
There's
about?
no mullet. I'm just cool.
Well, it's all on how you present it, right? So
Yeah, that's
You're looking for the photo. I already know what you're doing. I already know what you're doing.
Photo.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question. Jerry, let's start with you.
Okay.
What's something interesting about yourself that most people do not know?
That's a good one. Well, I said I used to play hockey. I was drafted by the Boston Bruins.
Wait,
Love that.
There would be something.
really?
Do you
Are
know-
you serious?
Do you know that I'm a huge LA Kings fan? I've been a season ticket holder for many years for the LA Kings.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's
The fact that
hockey.
you say
Hockey's
hockey.
always been a part of my life. And,
Wow. What position did you play, Jerry?
I still play. I play center.
Center. Okay. Wow. That I had
So
no
do you
clue.
still play hockey, or do you go to?
He just said
Absolutely. I've always said that I'll play till they put me in a box. It was great. I highly recommend, especially people with kids. Like if you get your kids into team sports, it's
Yeah.
Eric. What it made me the person that I am. It teaches you character. It teaches you doing things with other people, and
For sure. Yeah.
it was a great part of my life, and it made me part of who I am. And it's always been a passion of mine. And then I didn't like the idea of being in pain all the time, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna play in a band.
So do you go to hockey games often, or
Only when the Leafs are in town.
yeah?
What? Which team? The
Toronto.
Leafs.
Toronto.
Oh, that. Yeah.
What's your favorite team? I mean, obviously them, but what aside from them, what's your favorite team?
Me? Oh, there's no other.
There's no other.
You can't be a Leafs fan and be a fan of someone else.
All right.
No, you're right. That's how it is for the Lakers
I agree.
with me.
That's how I feel about my Kings.
That's how diehard. I mean, there's diehards for every team, but the Leafs haven't won the cup since 1967.
Wow.
So
Okay.
for the fans to go that long,
Yeah.
Actually Gons is also from Toronto, our bass player. So we got Steve into hockey a little.
Oh, okay.
Drew Doughty. That's all I have to say.
True. Andre Kopitar,
Yeah.
Drew Doughty. Yep. Those.
Well, in the Eagles tribute I play in, Chris Sobkowicz is from Winnipeg, and he's a huge fan.
And we've gone to games
With him,
when our Kings play the Jets.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Did I tell you about our history?
No.
Chris and I go way back to when he used to a bass player friend of mine named Dave Sale. I don't know if you know Dave.
No, I don't know.
They used to live together at a house up in Sylmar. And I stayed there for a short period of time, and Chris borrowed a Kim Mitchell CD of mine. And he's like, I'll give Jerry this. Don't forget to tell Dave I'm going to give him the CD back. And it's funny, we had like a running gag with that thing for years. And then so whenever we cross paths on gigs, when you guys are there and we come in later or something, we've had conversations about that. So yeah, I know I see in his Facebook feeds and stuff, he's a big Jets fan. So
that's hilarious. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, he's. I mean, during the game, he's always. During the show, he's always looking at the score of the game. He's just such
kind of like
huge
Jim
fan.
when the Lakers are on.
Yeah.
Trust me, these guys
like
do the
that.
same exact thing.
yeah, it's like that too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So Steve, what about you? What's something interesting about yourself that most people wouldn't know?
You know what? I don't know. Maybe that I have a Dewalt tool addiction, I guess, and I spend too much time in hardware stores. I don't know. It's nothing really out of the ordinary. Yeah, it's just I play music, and I work for a concert promoter, the second largest concert promoter in the world, AEG Presents. So, I'm mixing in with the actual performance and then the business side of things, and trying to, for a long time, I did the actual contracts for the Bon Jovi tours.
Wow.
So all the dates that they played for their tours, whether it be, Madison Square Garden or the TD Bank Arena or Staples Center, I would do the contracts for all of those dates. And then I was just like, I was told, don't tell anybody that you play in a Bon Jovi tribute band.
Really?
Wow.
I was going to ask that next question. Does anybody know that you play in a Bon Jovi tribute?
Yeah, it's gotten out. It's
Yeah. So Jerry, what's a day like for you?
Right now it's pretty quiet. It's funny because I've been, since COVID started, well, not when it started, but later on when things got quiet, I also do television production as a producer. So I had a gig that was keeping me busy for a while, but then when everything kind of got quiet and gigs were quiet, I started working up a one-man band show that I've been working on, where it's like doing like a mixture of DJ loops and cover tunes and me playing with my guitar. I mean, more just for me than anything, but I'll probably jump in a couple of clubs here and there and have some fun with it. But it just trying to do something musically, because when we were shut down, there was just, you saw lots of people do streaming shows and stuff like that. I didn't want to do the streaming stuff because it's such a crapshoot as far as what the sound quality is going to be. And, unless you're going into an environment that was, make you, make you look better than you are, as good as you are, versus making you look worse than you are. It's
Well, that's how this nonsense started.
Yeah,
COVID.
that's right.
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
started.
During COVID,
We literally started doing this in our backyard, and we're like, yeah, let's just do this to connect.
Yeah, because every week we would have a show, and I would pop on and just say, "Hey guys, this is where we're playing this weekend," and we kind of lost touch with everybody. And then when COVID started, we said, "Hey, let's just go live."
Pop on, let's pop on, and then we just started saying, you know what? Let's start talking about shows and our fellow tribute bands, and just kind of
blossomed into this.
Happened.
Yeah. Great idea. I mean, it's and there's such an incredible amount of incredibly talented people that whenever when we see guys like your band and you're doing festivals and there's multiple tribute bands and it's amazing that some of the guys you see and I don't think I've ever met one band member that isn't great people.
Oh yeah, you're right. We met so many.
He's like
present.
Do you have an extra 2 hours to talk about this?
Right. Okay, there's a couple.
The joke is that there's, and I think August had said this on his thing. It's, you didn't write these songs, like don't act like you wrote these songs.
Well, it is true, and
we have some stories, but I have a great story that I'd love to tell, but I just can't.
Yeah,
right
tell
now.
it. Go ahead, tell it.
Way to go.
Huh?
We got time.
Should I tell?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on.
Here, we're gonna give you the floor.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm not bitter. I have my moments, but I like how you make mine the focal video too in this story. So we did in Jim, you know how it is when you're playing with other bands, and it doesn't matter if like you guys are always headlining, or if there's multiple people in the bill. You work together as a team, right? Because we were all doing tributes to whatever it may be. So we did this gig on Jerry. Was it July? Was it 4th of July? Can't remember.
Yes.
I see the horror in your eyes.
My vacation.
Oh yeah. So that's right. So there was 3 bands. It was this like cover band, and then another band. I'm not going to mention what tribute they were, but they were a tribute to some artist. And then it was us. And it was one of those local city gigs. And they said, you have a 15-minute turnover between bands. And it was like striking everything from drums to amps. 15 minutes. You know how difficult that is.
Yeah,
so,
it's almost impossible.
And we were literally like helping the first band like get their amps off the stage. We got there super early because we were headlining, and so we had at least the back line of amps ready to go just to make things easier. But we've got a lot of, at the time we had an insane amount of gear, Bradshaw switching systems, the whole deal. And so this thing was like, listen, you guys have to start on this at this time, and your last note has to be at 8:59 p.m. because fireworks are starting at 9. So the second band does their thing, and they get off the stage, and nobody's breaking down gear, and we're frantically trying to get set up. And the singer and the singer's wife, who was a backing vocalist in this band, were just sitting on a table side stage, not helping. There was one crew guy that they had that was just like, trying to get stuff off. And so I went up to them and said, hey, we've got 15 minutes. Can you please grab you? Like there was their backpacks or purse. There was just gear everywhere, fans, the floor fans. Please, can you just help us? And with they had just played Madison Square Garden. They're like, we have somebody doing that for us.
There's people.
There's people for us. And then Jerry went up to him like 2 minutes later and like, guys, like seriously, we need your help. We have to start. You got to help us out. And so in my fashion, Jerry would tell you how I have minor meltdowns, literally during songs.
Meltdowns are healthy.
I just started grabbing their stuff, whether it be floor fans, purses, and it was one of those mobile stages,
Were you
right?
throwing it off the
I
stage?
was just throwing
Chucking
it
it?
off the stage.
Really?
And they you couldn't see where they were sitting because it was like kind of side stage behind the mobile stage, but they could see all this stuff being.
Yeah. And Jerry, were you watching this and saying, "Oh shoot," or
I was flabbergasted to say the least.
It was my Oscars moment.
People, because I was in their face, because what Steve's being nice about is not only were they doing this stuff, they were being real asses about it. And
that sucks. Yeah,
one thing if they said, "Hey, you know what? I'm paying this guy to do this, so I'm gonna let him do his job," or whatever like that. They were talking like Steve said, like they were talking like they wrote the songs, and and it was just.
Well, and
sorry, I had to bring that up.
We talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
As tributes, you have to
you
realize
have to be
you
very
are not the
courteous.
people. You are not the people. You are playing
Portraying
or portraying
the person.
The person.
Yeah, some of the guys that we've come across, I mean, you would think that they think they are the
You
artist.
can't even imagine. It's
So
and listen, we when we started, we were like, what should we were the ultimate tribute to Bon Jovi, we're the whatever tribute. And after so many years, we're like, we're not in competition with anybody. Like, we're not trying to beat a tribute band from the East Coast or Midwest. It's like, so I said, let's just change it to Wanted performing the music of Bon Jovi, because I don't want to be I'm not trying to be like some band out of Cleveland or wherever it may be. It's there's all we can do is do our best, and we're here to entertain people that come to our shows that love the music that we love as well. So it's like, why are we going to have an ad? Like, Jerry's the best when it comes to this. Like, Jerry literally, like, I like get in my head sometimes. I'm too focused on. Jerry's just like, he's so personable with everybody and makes friends with everybody. And I'm trying to learn more from him because I just get so focused. But like, he's like, Jerry pulls me aside and goes, take a deep breath.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at it this way, and all the fans and all the people that pay and choose your band, they're technically your clients. It's your business, and they choose you over 5 other bands and venues that they could be in, and they choose you. So you have to give back to them and let them know that we appreciate your presence.
Oh yeah,
we appreciate you choosing us. And we appreciate you, and let them know that they're important to you. I mean, it's very important. And I know that as a tribute artist, you have to go out and let those fans know.
Yeah, we do.
That we appreciate you choosing us.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take anybody's support for granted.
No, not at all.
You know?
Not at all. We appreciate each and every body in the room.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, we're very fortunate to play, and not only play music professionally, but we get paid to play music. Yes, we didn't write these songs, but we're entertainers, and it's like
that's right.
Jerry and I have always stood behind the motto of, let's not go out there for the Bon Jovi. Obviously, we're playing for the Bon Jovi fans, but let's go out there and entertain, because there's people that are going to be in the crowd that aren't Bon Jovi fans, that were dragged there by their wives or their boyfriends or whatever it may be. It's like, if we can entertain those people and give them a good show, then that's what it's about. Because a lot of people aren't going to, even with Bon Jovi, with their vast catalog of hit songs, we're still playing things that the non-Bon Jovi fans going to go, I've never heard this song before. But if you're actually entertaining while you do it, hopefully, then that's the goal. It doesn't always work, but it's the goal that we always try to reach.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, okay. So we know that the group started in 2009. How did that all come about? Who started the band?
That was me. It was 2009. It's really been that long. Wow. See, I'm like, what? Yeah, I was at the time. I was doing disco because I used to do boogie night stuff. The Afro.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
Yeah.
fun. And then an agent that I was doing work with said, I think he probably was at a show because sometimes we would jam, like we do some like a single rock song or something like that. He goes, he says, you really should do a Bon Jovi tribute. I can get you work. And I went, all right. So I started to put it together and used some of the people that I was working with in the funk community at first. And then, of course, the hardest part of any Bon Jovi tribute to find is obviously the singer and the guitar player. But the thing with the guitar player, Steve, not only do they have to be a good guitar player, they've got to be a good singer too. And that's even harder to find. So,
Yes.
you know, the search, I think it was probably a year and a half before I saw a video of a band on the East Coast. And I saw this one guy and he was awesome. And man, I wish he lived right now. And then I'd gotten a bass player that I was going to use. And he said, you really should get my buddy because he's like, does this Ritchie Sambora stuff great. And I said, great, bring him down to the rehearsal and we'll try him out. And it was Steve. And Steve,
Wow.
the person that I saw on the East Coast band, had no idea that he was flying out and doing the shows on the East Coast. So it's like I wanted Steve before Steve walked in the door. It was crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Great.
Well, now, is everybody in the band currently, are they all original members? Have you been able to keep the same crew the entire time?
No, but the same crew we have now has been in for quite a while. You know, like any when you're first starting, the main thing is work, right? If you don't have enough work to working, then they got to go work for someone else. And I've noticed that with COVID too, a lot of bands kind of went by the wayside because guys had to go get real jobs. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
That's
You're absolutely right about that. Well, yeah, and I don't think Brendan knows it. I mean, you may, but the drummer from Wanted is Mark Romans, who
Mark,
who has played with Zeppelin
played with
a few
Zeppelin.
times.
I
He's
did
filled
not
in
know
for
that.
us.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, that's
he plays with another Zeppelin band as well, but we won't mention that.
But listen,
Yeah.
Mark, we've never seen a bigger glimmer in Mark's eyes when he's like, guys, I can't do this show with you guys on this date. And we're like, how come? He's like, because I'm playing with Led Zepp again. Like, damn you.
With ear to ear grin.
Yeah, he's just smiling, like, see ya. Take care.
And he's not even
the same way Steve
He's just
grew up
smiling.
idolizing Ritchie Sambora. Mark grew up idolizing John Bonham. Like that was his idol. You know, I mean, there's lots of drummers who respect the hell out of Tico Torres, but you know,
Sure.
John was a reason a lot of drummers started playing drums. So
Yeah, that's right.
you can't deny Mark that.
He's so nice.
Yeah, Mark's great. Yeah,
Such a
he
nice
does
guy.
a great job
He's
on
so
everything
nice.
too. I mean, he's very detail
Solid
oriented.
player. Very solid.
Yeah.
We're hugely fortunate to have the guys that we have.
How long has he been in the group?
He's pretty early on. I mean, at least a decade.
Oh, okay. And how about Wes? Is Wes still in the band?
He's kind of in and out. Wes loves to do his own thing too, but he hasn't done shows with us in a while. Brad Snow has been the guy for quite a while now. He's actually a friend of Wes's. Wes introduced us to him. He's a music producer by day, another insanely talented guy and incredibly good paying. I mean, that's for me. You'd have to ask Steve his opinion, but I think that's one of the best parts about our band is that we all hang out well together, and that's a huge part. That's a huge part.
Huge. It is huge. You're right. You're
Makes
right.
you have other hours of the day when you're not playing. You know,
Yes.
on the road, it's a big thing.
Yeah. I mean, sound checks and before the shows, hanging in the dressing rooms and just catching up. It's like that's almost as great as shows can be. It's like almost like it's more fun. Like the hang is better than the actual, because the gig just goes by so fast. You know, it's like you start playing and you're like, how do we just go through 90 minutes or 2 hours just like that? But it's being in the cars and planes and dressing rooms, and it's like,
well, it's a lot. It's a lot. Your 90 minutes on stage. It's not your 90 minutes on stage. It's the multiple rehearsals, your drive to the venue, your sound check. I mean, you always say the best part of playing is your 90 minutes on stage.
Oh yeah.
But there's
absolutely.
multiple hours on each side of that facilitate that entire show.
Yeah, and you're working as a
you know
team,
what I mean? I
as a
mean,
band. That's right.
the fans and the people who come see your show is the 90 minutes, but there is so much more, and I've seen it and I know it. Yeah,
you're right. I mean, you
There's
have
so
to get
much
along
more.
out on the road. I mean, if you don't, man, it's too much like work when that happens.
yeah. And even with the travel, it's the old saying, they don't pay us to play, they pay us to travel. It's like,
that's true.
The playing's the fun part, and obviously the hang and everything. But when you're getting up at 4 a.m. to catch a 6 a.m. flight, and you're jumping from show to show, it's like your head's just spinning, and then you have to sing and play. And
oh man, well, something I've asked every singer that we've interviewed so far. I might as well ask you guys. Have each of you ever not been able to sing the day of the show and had to cancel? Have you ever had to cancel a show?
Just because vocally you weren't there.
Able to sing, laryngitis.
Not day of. We canceled some shows at the beginning of this year because I got COVID and got really sick. But as far as day of, we've had a couple close calls, but it's like the saying, the show must go on, right? So you're not, physically able to. Trust me, we had a lot of shows where we're not 100% and you fight through it. I guess that's probably like the hockey player in me.
Absolutely.
You trudge through.
And what we do is a contact sport because we work hard. We don't stand there and do nothing. And anyone that's seen our shows know that we work hard. So.
And with the John and Ritchie vocals too, it's just Jerry and I work really well together. There's times where like when you're doing, I think we did a run one time. It was I think 8 or 9 shows in a row, and they weren't small. They were 90 to 120 minutes, and this is whether you like Bon Jovi or not, it's the vocals are so insanely high, and so we look at each other and we work really well together because I sing high, he sings high, and I'll give him a wink like, can you take the Ritchie part on this? Because I can't, I need a minute. And then he'll look at me and go, can you take my part real quick? Because I need a minute. And we'll just switch. And, it's like.
Wow. Well, okay, so what is the most challenging song for each of you to sing?
Oof. You can go first.
It depends. I mean, obviously, if you're not doing a proper warm up, or we've opened. I think we did a New Year's Eve outside in like downtown Vegas. Where everything's just thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, and we had the brilliant idea. I had the brilliant idea of like, hey, we're starting at midnight when the ball drops. Let's open with "Living on a Prayer" because that's an easy song to sing. And Jerry goes, fine, you're singing all the high stuff. I'm not doing it. I got to warm up. And then, of course, the first chorus, he's hitting every note like it's no thing. I think it just depends on the night. We've been doing it for so long that, and this, Jim, it's like you get into a groove and it's just like, okay, this is easy. This is easy. It's more of when you have breaks, long breaks between shows where you're just like, I need to. But when you're in the groove, it's and you got to get it. You have to drink a lot of water. You have to sleep. Yeah. Sleep is so important. And
there you go.
I love you, Jerry.
That's Canadian. That's Canadian water. That's Canadian water. That's not real.
That'd be Crown Royal. Sorry.
I'm gonna do a little.
Cheers.
There you go.
Cheers.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, each one of you. So we know Wanted is projects you're involved in. Are there any other projects you're involved in? Let's start with Steve.
No, I mean, I've been asked to do other tribute bands before. It's just, the reason why I'm in a Bon Jovi tribute band is because Ritchie Sambora was the reason why I wanted to play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even more so on the singing side than the guitar side, because, he brought the bluesiness to Bon Jovi. So it's like whether they were an 80s pop rock band, he added that element that in my opinion, really made it cool. So I can't see myself doing, I love Def Leppard, and I've been asked to join a Def Leppard tribute, or it was a Journey tribute. It's like, yeah, I could learn the songs, but I'm not going to add that same level of passion to it that I do with this. So on the tribute side, it's Wanted. Back in 2003, I played with Bret Michaels from Poison, and I was his musical director and guitar player for several years. And then I didn't want to leave my day job. So whenever he would tour, I would put together every tour. I would put together LA musicians and get them rehearsed and get them out on the road. And then still do stuff occasionally with him whenever he needs it. I think the last gig I did with him before the shutdown was we did Stagecoach, which is the company that I work for, AEG, actually. We actually do Stagecoach and Coachella. And so the joke of all of it was I'd been with the company for 18 years, and up until I played with Bret, I'd never been to any one of our festivals because it's out in the desert. I'm a pale redhead. The last thing you need to see is me out sweating in the desert.
I mean, it sounds like a lot of fun, but I feel like at this stage of the game, it would be a whole lot of work.
Yeah. It's a lot of work. And all of my coworkers come back with Coachella cough because it's windy and they're literally inhaling dirt for weeks while they're out there. And they have, they're wearing bandanas, and this is before it was cool with COVID. They were wearing bandanas just to get the dirt out of it. So
yeah, but we're all at the age where dirt is not good.
It's too much effort. It's way too much effort.
Dirt's not good.
The joke with my boss, who was literally like the COO, general counsel of the company, he was like, for the longest time, like, are you ever going to go to one of our shows? And I was like, no, I'm never going to a show unless I'm playing it. And I never thought I would actually play. And so he goes, I got to hand it to you. You said you wouldn't go until you play it, and you actually got to play. And I didn't tell anybody. Only a few people knew. So I played the gig, and back in the production offices and the executive office, they have all these monitors and stuff, and they're like, doesn't that guy work for us? Like, isn't he in the legal department? So it's fun. Yeah. Listen, all of our guys, like Mark's done gigs with Don Felder and Jerry and Brad and Wes and myself. We've all done stuff for like film and TV, and George has toured the world many times over. So it's like we have our hands in a bunch of things. It's like just trying to keep busy, and have fun with things. So
that's what it's about. That's what it's about. How about you, Jerry? What do you have going on the horizon?
I haven't. Wanted keeps me too busy. Like right now is back to it. If you'd asked me a year ago, I'm like, I did a couple. I mean, I did a couple of cover top 40 bands when COVID was shutting everything down. Some guys called me to fill in for a bit. I did those, but I'm trying to think of any other stuff that I did during Wanted. And the only thing I can come is I used to sub for Steel Panther. I did a few shows for them. I think that's the only other band that I was playing with during us. And then some leak over from my old 80s and disco days that, when the gigs overlapped. But yeah, I mean, I think we're too busy now for that to do something else, right?
Well, each one of you, who is your very favorite artist? Is it Bon Jovi or is it somebody else? Steve?
It was Bon Jovi.
It was Bon Jovi. Now,
listen, we go back to more of the older stuff because that's what really drew us to the band. It was like there's a difference between Bon Jovi now, and it's not just because Ritchie Sambora is not in the band. I mean, for me it is, but it's there's just there's different eras of the band, and so even when it comes to how we arrange songs, you know, we pick live versions. We'll pick stuff from like, hey, we really dig what they did in 1985 here, you know, at the Tokyo Dome, and then let's grab this, you know, outro from, you know, 2000 in Zurich or whatever, you know, crazy psychotic thing that I can think of. So it's we mix stuff up. I mean, but for me, it was, like I said, Ritchie Sambora is the reason why I wanted to sing and play guitar. But it was guys like Steve Perry. Like I hear Steve Perry sing, and it's just like
my favorite.
you know,
Yeah.
like that voice is there's no duplicating it, you know. And and then Foo Fighters. I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan. So
little personal here. What year did you graduate from high school?
1991.
Oh, 91.
Born in 73. Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm 49. I'm 49, and as you were talking before we came on, it's mid whatever it is until it actually gets to the thing. So I'm mid 40s. I don't care what anybody. I don't care what you say. I don't care what my wife says. I'm mid 40s until until January 24th of next year. I am mid 40s.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Bon Jovi was when you were a teenager.
Well, I was going to say, Bon Jovi was I graduated in 1986, so it was maybe
just a bit after that, right?
about the early 90s. Bon Jovi was good.
Slippery When Wet came out in '86, and that was their real big, huge breakthrough album. So yeah.
How about you, Jerry?
Who's your favorite artist?
What's Oreo think about this?
My answer will be twofold. And my first answer will be a question to you, Jim.
Yes.
Listen to Led Zeppelin now?
You know,
only to learn.
That's right.
Only to
learn
stuff.
That's
it's
right.
always
right. So
yes.
But were you a Led Zeppelin fan before you did the band?
Yes.
Huge.
Okay, so people ask me that all the time. Like, do you listen to Bon Jovi? Like, no, because I play it, right? So I hear the songs all the time, playing them. So unless there's something new, I don't listen to it because I've already listened to it a ton of times. All
right, so that leads into kind of a good question. Go ahead.
Part.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like, I do I listen to them? No, not anymore unless it's something new. As far as being a fan, I definitely was when they were in their prime, and when I decided to be a singer, there was a few people that I drew from to cut my teeth on, and it was go
get him.
Bring him up. Bring him up.
I think Triumph is there, and he wants Triumph wants to enter into the interview.
So Jerry, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If you're driving down PCH headed towards Santa Barbara, and now you know that stretch, that beautiful stretch, you have a convertible, and you're about to play some music. What are you gonna put on the tunes?
Incubus.
Incubus?
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
So would you
Morning View? The Morning View album cover is that.
No, you have a convertible. You have a beautiful sunset, and you're driving the road. Who
am I sitting beside? Because that would dictate what's on the radio.
Well, I mean, the woman of your dreams.
Whatever she wants to hear.
Good answer.
If it's Triumph the Dog. My musical taste spread pretty wide, and obviously, as we all know, they change as the years go on. It's funny, and I don't know about you guys, but I started to like older stuff the older I got. Like from a vocal perspective. I never listened to Eagles much at all when I was younger.
Yeah.
But like the last 5 years, I've really gotten into Eagles and singing Eagles. Like it's a great. I've been using it for pitch practice and stuff because it's great music.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's funny how you just maybe it's just because you're not burnt out on you get new bands because you didn't listen to them much before, and then you know they're good acts, and you start getting like that, right?
Yeah, you kind of rediscover the catalog, right? Yeah. Well, so for each of you, if you had the time at this point and you could do a tribute to any artist and you feel like you could do it, you know, as passionately, you said, Steve, as you're doing Wanted, what artist would you pick?
Oh, I would do Led Zeppelin tribute. No, okay. Oh, wait a minute. What? Just because we said Led Zeppelin, I got to get this story in because I've been wanting to get this in. So when I was doing the disco and funk and the afro wearing stuff, which of course today, forget it, you can do that today. We had a gig in Santa Monica, and Jim, I know you guys have played this place, and I think it's called something different now. I think it's called Zanzibar, but in Santa Monica, used to be called oh my God, West End, the West End. Do you remember that club?
Okay.
Did I lose you
Yes, I absolutely do. In fact, Swan used to run the sound there.
That's my story. Okay, so Swan used to be my sound man. Swan and I go back to before Zepp again.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, he was. I mean, I'm sure he was still doing, because I remember him telling me. This is when I first moved to California, and the first time I met Swan was at this place called Scruffy O'Shea's in Marina Del Rey. I don't know if you remember that. And he was doing sound for us. He goes, "Yeah, I'm a singer." And I'm like, "You look like Robert Plant, man. You like singing?" He goes, "Yeah, I sing Robert Plant on that." And I remember him walking the streets in Santa Monica, handing out flyers. Like that, like for people who don't understand, you understand, we understand. Yeah. I always get people all the time to go, "Oh, I'm going to do a tribute band. We'll be making money in no time." It doesn't work like that. Any of the guys in the tribute bands, I'm sure you've had other guys on here. It takes years. And honestly, if I thought about how we did it and how much work it was, I would have done an original project. Because the amount of work it takes, it's 2020, but the amount of work it takes to get a tribute band going is no different than getting an original band. You still have to promote, you have to get people out there. It's ironic and it's funny. But I mean, Swan, you know, where you guys are at now, and I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say you guys are probably the #1 tribute band out there.
Oh, really sweet. You guys are.
It started with him hoofing his feet around town with flyers in his hands.
Yeah.
Well, let's show some amazing pictures of your band.
Oh,
which
man.
is
that's a great shot.
Steve and Jerry. I mean, these are some pretty hot pictures.
Those are great.
Wow.
Hot, like high temperature, yes.
Yeah.
Who is the photographer on these? Do you know, guys?
Yes, but I can't remember the name. Steve, do you remember the name?
I can't think of it off. I see part of the name, but yeah, these were in 2 different shows. That was at the C&E in Toronto, where Jerry raised his Maple Leafs jersey and the crowd went nuts.
That's awesome.
No way I was going to play Toronto and not put a Leafs jersey on.
Yeah, then he put it on. He put it on for about a half a song and was like, "It's way too hot.
Yeah,
gotta take this thing off."
It wasn't ventilated. It was like an oven.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's a really good shot.
And in case people are looking, our bass player on the right there, that's George Nakanetchi. And you can't see Wes in the back, and then Mark's there in the back on the drums.
I mean, that's awesome
that's a really
shot.
Great shot. Yeah. I think that's one from the website as well. Oh, by the way, now, do you guys have any shows that you want to tell everybody about that's coming up? Oh, well, I guess you do. We have a graphic for you.
Look at all this.
He's on it.
So May 8th, Rock and Brews.
Oh, and that may be one we'd like to go to because I love.
That's the Mother's Day early show.
Oh, Mother's Day.
Oh, wow.
Good Mother's Day. May 8th, Rock and Brews. May 20th in Georgia. We love Georgia.
Yep, just got done playing that one.
Yep. May 23rd, 37 Main. June 4th at the Rock Yard, Fantasy Springs. Yeah.
Yes.
June 10th. Oh, we love Lake Arrowhead.
Lake Arrowhead.
It's one of our favorites. You actually are playing some of our faves.
Yes, and then Casino, Arizona to end that month. That's going to be a good month of shows right there.
Yeah, and more coming. Like I said, the phone. Thank God the phone's ringing again, and
How much
everything's
do you love the Casino AZ
Yeah.
rooms? Are those rooms beautiful or what?
Yeah.
Talking
no.
stick, gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good couple days.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
We did it one time where they said the casino was was some golfing event, and they said you can't stay at Talking Stick. You have to stay at the Holiday Inn down the street. And we're like, why are we doing this gig?
Yeah. No reason we need to
I'm
be
not
here.
driving 7 hours to stay at a Holiday Inn. This is unacceptable.
No reason we need to be here.
Yeah, no.
You're right. There were a couple actually times where
We did have to do that.
Yeah, and
we
it,
did have to do that. a couple of
I think I might have sat out on those ones.
I don't feel as bad now that we know that nobody's up again.
Yeah.
You know, the 13th floor is a spa. That's my favorite place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I end up making the money. She ends up spending it. That's how it works.
Happy life, Jim.
Happy wife, happy life. I like it, Jerry.
Well, wait. So we didn't find out though. What tribute would you do, Steve, if you had the time and you felt like you could do a great job?
Journey.
I would do one where I wouldn't have to split things 5 ways with the guys. No, listen. It's as much as I'm obviously joking about that. It's like I can't really think of one. Like I of course I love so many different types of bands. Like one day, like I said, it would be, hey, I want to be in a Foo Fighters band, and then hey, I want to do a Journey thing, or let's do the whole Steve Perry For the Love of Strange Medicine album, or whatever it may be. But there's nothing really that I would want to do outside of this, just because it's
you're doing
what I know,
Yeah.
Oh, sure,
And you know what
sure.
the beautiful thing about this entire thing, and I am not a musician, but I see it and I live it. You get to make a living doing something you love to do. You have reached the jackpot. You really have.
Oh,
you
yeah,
really have.
absolutely.
Because I'm telling you, you're making money doing something that brings you joy. You've done it.
Yeah.
You've done it.
Do not take it for granted.
You've done it.
Not
You've
at
done it.
all. Not at all.
You've done it.
Jim, you were saying it earlier. You
Yeah.
love people that come and see you, and they're the reason that you.
That's
get to
right.
do it.
That's right. Not a lot of people reach that mark,
No,
and you guys have. So
like I
you're
tell
very
her, I'm
blessed.
just hoping I could take it to retirement.
Yeah, like 90. I'll support
90?
it. Well,
Wait, I'm retiring at 90?
well, whenever you die, because that's when you're going to stop playing.
That's the government date.
There will not be a year that goes by that you don't
Oh,
play.
no, but
When you're not
maybe I'll be
breathing.
playing it with the Main Street Maniacs on Disneyland.
That's right. Jim will be
Yeah.
the person in
Yeah.
Osprey Farm with the striped vest. You walk by him.
Right.
Jim's gonna go. I'm just letting you know I'm retiring, and you're gonna be like, great. And you're like, I'm only gonna play in 2 bands now.
Yeah.
That's retirement.
Oh my God.
Oh, no,
Steve.
my
I can't
I'm
even
retirement-
telling you, you are the hardest working man. I wasn't kidding before when we got on here. You're
You don't
literally the
even know.
hardest working man in show business.
I can't
Well,
even tell you.
My retirement plan is either being the greeter at Walmart or starting a Willie Nelson tribute.
Sweet.
At 90. That's what it's going to be. And I'll be like,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Right.
If you do the Willie thing, you have to do it. You have to go legit. You can't tell the band what song
No.
you're playing. You just have to start,
That's right.
and they
Is
have
that
to know.
Yes?
That's what he
Oh,
does. That's what he does.
Wow.
He doesn't do it
He
on
literally
purpose.
goes, and then he starts, and they have to be on it.
I love it.
No, I have a
He doesn't
set
do it on
list and I
purpose
can't
because
figure out
he's-
what I'm doing. Forget that way.
Yeah.
God bless Willie.
What did you say, Jerry? He doesn't do it on purpose because of what?
Just because he doesn't do it on purpose, it's just because he smokes so much weed.
Yeah. He does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That gets him
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
It gets him through.
What is he, like 87 or something
Like,
now?
yeah,
Something
he's
like that.
pretty. He's
So I'm
pretty.
just going to have to let the hair grow out and pull it back in a ponytail.
I'll help you out.
Oh, man. Well, thanks so much for
Oh my
being
God,
with
we
us
had so
tonight,
much fun
guys.
with you guys, and we can't. Do we have anything scheduled with you guys
Well,
that we
we're
get to
playing
play? Or
together? I don't know if we've got any.
Ah.
Usually that festival type stuff comes up a little later. So
Yes. Yeah.
Either that, or we'll just wait till you guys get the new bus done, and we'll just come right along with you.
There you go.
Thank you guys
James
so
Elliott
much.
is working
Again,
on that.
let's
I heard. We're gonna blow it for our Utah run, hopefully. It's
There you
raining.
go. Yeah.
let's flash the shows.
One last time.
We
Yeah.
have May 8th at Rock and Brews Yamava, which we love.
Yeah.
May 20th
And
20th
21st
and
37
21st
Main.
at 37 Main for all of our Georgia people.
Yeah.
Rock Yard, one of our
Fantasy
favorites.
Springs.
June 4th,
Yeah.
June 10th, Lake Arrowhead.
Yeah.
We may need to do that one.
Yeah. we can
Yeah.
Possibly get out there.
Yeah,
on
June
10th.
17th and 18th, Casino, Arizona. So
There
you
you
guys, we will post this under the show.
Comments.
Yep.
Oh yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Now, there's comments throughout this show. You may want to
Yeah.
look back and some of the questions that we haven't got to. If you want to answer them, you can see it along the sidebar there.
Sure.
But yeah, thank you so much for being with.
Thank you both. No, thank you for having us. This is awesome, and that you guys are doing this and shedding light on what we
On the
do
truth.
and what
Yeah.
others are doing. It's really it's a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks,
Fantastic musicians we get to
man. Yeah.
encounter and talk to, and we're so blessed to be part of every one of your life. So
Yeah, absolutely.
thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much, guys. Thank you.
See you guys.
All right. See you guys soon.
Hopefully.
It's the world according to Woot. It's the world according to Woot. According to Woot. Good evening, Simi Valley.
Hi guys.
That was fun. Thank you.
That was super fun.